There's a county in Georgia that didn't even exist until the railroad showed up. And once it did, everything changed. Barrow County, Georgia was carved out of parts of Jackson, Walton, and Gwinnett counties in 1914, making it one of the newer additions to Georgia's map. But the story of how it got there goes back to a small settlement that reinvented itself around the iron rails cutting through the Georgia Piedmont. The county seat is Winder, Georgia, a town with a name tied to John H. Winder, connected to the railroad history that put this part of the state on the map. The railroad didn't just bring commerce. It brought people, post offices, businesses, and eventually enough population pressure that locals pushed the state legislature to give them their own county. And in 1914, they got it. Barrow County sits in the northeast Georgia Piedmont, a region that once ran on cotton and tenant farming. Like so many Georgia counties formed in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, its creation was as much about political representation and local identity as it was about geography. Small towns wanted their own courthouse, their own sheriff, their own voice in Atlanta. What Barrow became is a county that quietly absorbed decades of change, surviving the collapse of the cotton economy, the mechanization of farming, and eventually the sprawl of the Atlanta metro creeping northeast. Today, Barrow County sits in that interesting Georgia tension between its small-town roots and its position inside one of the fastest-growing metro corridors in the American South. It's not the most famous county in Georgia. It won't show up in most Civil War documentaries or music history timelines. But Barrow County is exactly the kind of place that tells you something true about how Georgia actually works. County by county, courthouse by courthouse, railroad stop by railroad stop. Subscribe for more Georgia County stories.